the adjustment that was made to the second skill.
In a good way, right?
In a good way. It is really obnoxious for any team to go up against Paquito. And we saw that yesterday, or Rebellion. Even when the Ron picked it, they lost, but they were able to utilize it so well. Lancelot becomes the choice to go up against the Fredrin. But still, this Lilia is going to be a problem for them.
And in general, Lancelot doesn't do great against the Fredrin because of the taunt.
Yeah, in theory, it's a losing matchup, right? And though, the source of damage from Bigatron here, they have a lot of source of damage if you look at the composition. But then again, Rrq, they drafted more balanced in a sense. So I'm still leaning, composition-wise, I'm heavily leaning towards the side of Rrq.
Rrq, okay.
I wonder what Eterna.
I was forced into Rrq as well. Just a little spoiler there.
Who forced you?
It's just a secret hand, a phantom hand.
Ouch.
Don't know who.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Okay, but here, Rrq, complete respect for the ganking potential that Bigatron Alpha has brought to Purifies on the Bruno as well as the Lilia. So quite a similar story than what we saw. Let's see if it's going to be a similar outcome as well as we welcome you into the Land of Dawn for game number 2 between the Kings of Kings and the Red Robots.
Okay. Looking at it, Impure Rage as well for Lancelot. So yeah, we have a full shift in emblems for everyone. Maybe yesterday it was just Taz, we were saying. Taz really likes the Impure Rage. And then some more Lancelot started joining in. And then now even Super Ken, who is usually a bit more aggressive with the killing spree and sometimes even the lethal ignition. So Impure Rage just gets you a bit more, gets you through the jungle even more efficiently, right? That mana, and obviously the fact that you can continuously trigger the Impure Rage. When you're on a killing spree, you need to get kills. Lethal ignition, self-explanatory, you need to deal enough damage. This is the safest spell to go for now.
And interestingly enough, it was Suchijin who started it, but wait a minute, Naomi gets chunked, but he's still able to get out. So already some aggression here from both of these teams. And the one thing that we should kind of take a look at is the change in emblem for the Lilia. Earlier on, it was Lethal Ignition and now Impure Rage. And I thought it made a little bit more sense to go for Lethal Ignition because you don't necessarily lose too much mana in the early game, especially after Enchanted Talisman. So why the change here?
Good eye, by the way, shout out, Eterna. But also, here, it's according to the situation. Now there's so much more kill threat than there was before. You can deal damage pretty freely in game number 1, but in game number 2, with a Lancelot and a Kadita, you might as well have that Impure Rage to get you more time in the lane so that you can clear. Oh.
That was close. What's going on?
No first blood here, first 2 minutes, right? But looking at the rotation, Rrq somehow set things up quite well. Lancelot though, chunked, and somehow shooed away already from that turtle pit. Forces Super Ken to clear the camp. Take a look at Naomi and Clay, already intimidating Super Ken in a sense. First Stick will calmly should be getting the turtle, but no, it's going to be collapsed. Super Moreno will be the one taking the first turtle. Persic finds the kill as well, but no, it's going to be first blood for Bigatron Alpha. Actually, Super King gets the kill.
That was a huge loss for Rrq. They set that turtle up perfectly. They were able to zone Super Ken. There was no way that he would get a shot at it. But at the end, Moreno gets the turtle, and they get a trade kill onto Banana. It's a win-win-win for BTR.
It's a triple win. A win-win-win, like you mentioned. And on top of that, Cerezo's just eating up that turret gold up top as well. I guess if you can't win retreat battles, you just splash water?
I don't think that's... Well, it worked out for him.
Exactly. So it's all about that chaos and setup, right? So it's not necessarily that Fairsick, well, he is also pretty good at the retreat.
That was such a LaFell thing to say, by the way.
Exactly. He's colorblind, now making this. I'm seeing LaFell, bro.
Man. But yeah, 3 minutes has elapsed here. Bigatron Alpha with that really great setup. They are leading with a 1,000 gold lead. And so far, despite Rrq having quote-unquote the better lanes, Rrq haven't been able to capitalize over it.
It's strange. Because the Bruno, you would expect Bruno to have a bit more pressure, especially against the Beatrix, but I think it's the way that they have been playing in this lane. Skylar has opted to just continuously shove the lane instead of trying to freeze it, because Rrq have actually shifted their focus towards XP.
Good revenge and rage. Super Key now caught low, but take a look at Moreno finding the Petrify and finding the kill. Clay, not enough time to pop the black shoes. Good response by Bigatron Alpha.
Gotta give props to that combo there, the delayed Petrify combo. He actually went in with the Breath of the Ocean, and then he, right as the Breath of the Ocean's knock-up came down, once the CC was over, he used that Petrify, so he didn't give Clay a chance to use that black shoes.
He was stuck.
Between a rock and some waves.
Okay. Alright. Oh, but there you go. Knock up.
Caught. Renner's apathy does not connect as Naomi now will be able to escape with that flicker. But the Bigatron, they shift their focus on towards the neutral objective now. The mid side though, Banana zoned out. Retray battle falls in the hands of Super Ken. Super Key though will be caught. Primal Wrath as the defensive alongside with the flicker. But it seems like no kills just yet. Moreno on the backside finding pickoff. Good penalty zone, but it seems like it won't be enough as Sive finds the kill. Banana gets taken down twice already in this first game. Second game, Super Ken though will not be able to connect all towards Skylar. Just good kills for Bigatron Alpha.
Yeah, let's not look at the talent prediction, all right? Let's ignore that. Yes, good job. Gatot Kacha, good job, head and shoulders, but Naomi finds a pick.
Revenge and Rage onto Sive, and Sive this time with no flicker in hand will be taken down and punished.
So now a small win for Rrq. It was Bigatron Alpha getting the better trades all over the map, better grip on the neutral objectives as well, and now Rrq have finally punished Sive in that bottom lane. Now, this is something that we expected that they would utilize and go for earlier on, but at least they get something, and that gold lead has kind of shifted.
It has.
Close.
Shifted just a bit, and this is the thing, right? For Bigatron Alpha, I think for Sive, definitely overstepping. He's kind of like replicating what Skylar was able to do in game one. The fact that he stayed there for so long, despite some of the members already fully respawning in, was definitely a big question mark. And even the miss on the Renner's apathy in the mid lane, you could definitely see as a new player in MPL that he's still trying to get rid of those jitters.
Take a look at the purple buff though, right? It's 3v1. Oh, outside though, Super Key catching Naomi. The follow-up damage will not connect, but Petrify will connect. Skylar will be taken out alongside Naomi. That's a good pickup, but the response to reinforcements. Oh, take a look at Super Key. Chunked damage in the front side will be taken out by Clay. Versick though will hold Sive. And Chorizo and Moreno will not be able to cover. But take a look at Chorizo aggressively moving towards Versick, but he will not find the kill.
That's a 2-for-2 trade, a gold laner for a gold laner, and Super Key also gets taken down. What do you think about this? Who was it worth it for?
I think it's still worth it for Bigatron Alpha because they forced the Fredra and Versick down below, giving Supercan just some free space to go for this. But now, beautiful movements there to escape from that bouncing ball pin from Naomi. But yeah, looking at the level difference as well, this is certainly going to help Supercan. He's getting so much space due to the fights that are happening in the other side of the map always. He's already 2 levels ahead of Versick, and if this continues, that 50-50 that he's been struggling with, he shouldn't really struggle as much with.
I mean, look at his hands, man. So fast. You see it in the hand cam?
I did. It was so fast I didn't see it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Very fast.
Super fast. 2,700 gold lead for Bigatron Alpha now. So you're right, they do get better trades. They were able to get that, and now they were able to convert it on yet another structure. That turret in that top side. That should allow Sive a little bit more space. However, Sive's been punished a lot already, right? Twice. He died in that team fight that I don't believe he should have died for.
I honestly think he's doubting himself in a lot of these skirmishes. Earlier on, we saw a bit of like a... Again, I saw how he was approaching the team fight, and it was weird. He walked up, and then he walked back, and then he used his skill, his dash skill, to try to reload instead of just waiting, knowing that that's the only source of like escape that he had at that time, because the flicker was still off on cooldown. So yeah, just a lot of doubts going on in his head, a lot of hesitation as well. Definitely, you could see the jitters, like we mentioned earlier.
We hope that he will iron out those kinks as Skylar picking up a Berserker Fury. That should be
Power spike.
a power spike that he goes for.
It's the Haas Claws and the Berserker's Fury right now. He actually opted to kind of ignore the boots here. He only actually went for the tier 1 boots. He hasn't actually fully finished it, which is kind of a greedy build. But when you have a situation like this where you need damage desperately in these team fights, you need to go for that. You need to wait.
Arashi's in the building?
Oh my God! Arashi is in the building!
Oh man! Look at him in the corner!
Oh man! Arashi is in the building,
ladies.
supporting the kingdom.
So here we are, the next Lord Dan, Super Ken, level 13, Rrq level 10. He's 3 levels below.
Not looking good. Super Key though will be the first one to fall as alongside Banana. 1 for 1 both. EXP and Rome now taken out. Let's see, good catch by Naomi. But the damage will come through for himself as well. Zive collects first 6 life as it will. Big B, Bigatron Alpha, finding the Lord.
And that's GG, right? No way can Rrq go for it. There was a small chance, a sliver of opportunity that Rrq had if they got the right picks. Perhaps taking out Super Ken but only being able to get Super Key still was enabling Bigatron Alpha to get most of the trades. And now they're going for aggression in the mid side. Super Ken is going to steal the buff away as well.
See Super Ken. Damage connect. Super Key though. Flicker, Earth Shatter. Take a look at the penalty zone. Respond to it. Airborne Super Key will be taken out. Super Ken will not be able to fry cover. As Rrq now, they have somehow equalized in taking Super Key down.
My goodness. Bigatron Alpha tried to go for a subversion of expectations. Turns out he gets punished instead. They wanted to go for a cheeky little engage because maybe they thought Rrq wouldn't expect it. And I think Rrq didn't fully expect the commitment, but they found a free Edith over there. With the Radiant Armor and the Blade Armor here, yeah, it was really strange that he was just bursted quite fast. I think even he didn't expect that burst coming down from Rrq. But taking a look at the rest of the items here for Bruno, Skylar this game, you can see the difference already. Into the Wind of Nature. Oh, Clay! Whoa, what?
He disappeared.
He had black shoes, he just didn't know.
He miscalculated. Yikes.
I think he didn't press it in time. No way. Super Key. Conceal with Steve as well.
See? Good catch, Naomi now, forced to use the flicker. Banana though, will find the penalty zone on towards 1. But the damage will not be enough from both teams. Again, Bigatron Alpha, they will munch the turret, bot, and top. Left standing is only the mid, the inner. Let's see Rrq, they're in a bit of a pickle.
Oh, no way.
Catch here on towards Chorizo. It seems like Bigatron now still able to stabilize. Mid turret defended well, but the knockup comes through as Banana now will fall. 5v4 for Sick is low. Chorizo looking for an angle from the backside. Does not quite get the opening that he wants. They back off.
The red robots are angry here in game number 2. Look at the way that they're playing. And they're doing exactly the same thing as they did in game number 1. That didn't work out for them. They were targeting Banana, but maybe with a change, with him not on an X-Borg anymore, with him now on a Paquito, it gives Bigatron Alpha the better advantage. And the question is, what's the beef with Banana, man? What's going on?
I don't know what the beef is.
Banana.
I don't know, man. I have no idea. But for this game, I want to highlight Chorizo, really, because he's doing exactly what he did in game number 1, but this time he is given a hero that can actually do that well. Skylar, whatever item he goes for, he's going to struggle chasing down the Paquito, who has disgusting movement and wave clear. And right now, that's what they're trying to do. If Skylar can't do it alone, we're going to send 2 extra members down below to handle this bald boxer.
That's crazy. That's so much.
That's how
value.
prio Paquito was. That's why it was strange seeing the Bruno prioritize over the Paquito, in my opinion. Knowing the Banana is that good on the Paquito too. You know, it's really, really strange. But honestly, on top of that, it's the movement that Super Ken has.
Oh, Banana now caught again, and the damage will be more than enough to take Terizla down. Rrq now needs to reposition. Super Key, early conceal. Take a look at Paquito. Looking for an angle in the backside. Oh, holding ground. Rrq now will be collapsed. The damage will be enough here to make Rrq half HP. Super Chorizo though.
Dude.
The damage won't be enough to take Bruno down, but the Lord will be controlled by the side of the red robots. Take a look at Moreno. peculiar angle here, and if Rrq is not careful, he will find the pickoff. Let's say Skylar finds the kill first though on towards K, but it seems like the Lord will be taken by Super Ken and they back off.
There was no way that Rrq could contest that, right? He was so far behind, one in levels, and he was zoned out so beautifully. And that's it. Bigatron Alpha picks yet another Lord up.
And it was free, really. Like you mentioned, when you're at this big of a disadvantage, 2 levels below, it's really hard to win those 50-50s because, again, it's not a 50-50. And that's why now they're really confident. Super Ken, he may have missed a lot of retributions, but it was in the past when it was equal. Now that you have a level advantage, if you miss, that will be questionable. Here, 3,633 gold lead. So on top of the XP diff, he's also dealing much more damage. He's actually opted to go for more damage. Usually, in these type of games, on the Lancelot, you're very adaptive. You can go for even more tanky items, but you can also go for the endless battle to help your snowball grow even bigger. And that's what they decided to do this time around. Super Ken is an assassin as well as a fighter.
See, Lord will charge in the base turret top side. Good defense though, Rrq. Charge by Naomi. No commitment just yet. Rrq, they're holding on. They're trying to defend all base turret here as Bigatron look for the collapse in the top side. Good catch, but good cancel. Good Torn Rose there to juke the rage, but it seems like Bigatron will be satisfied here. No base turrets taken out.
That was beautifully done, though, by both of these teams, right? Rrq defended that well. Bigatron Alpha looked for an opening, an opportunity, as they're looking for more as well here. They're going into the bush. You can see Super Key opening up the map as well, but there we go, the commitment.
Penalty zone flicker, connecting on towards Steve. But it seems like in the backside, Banana will be taken out first. Phantom execution used, Rrq caught, knocked up, and taken down. 2 members of Rrq now isn't available, and it seems like Bigatron, they maintain a pressure here in the mid lane.
Well played. The way they were able to play that, going back and forth. They're the ones who are double stacking now compared to Rrq in game number 1, and they're looking for it.
Flicker, Earth Shatter, and it seems like Skylar will be forced to use the Wind of Nature early as Super Ken will gladly take him down. Base turret, mid lane falls. Top side will continue, will follow, and Bigatron now will again maintain pressure. Clay pops early black shoes, and Super Key now very low in the backside. Naomi, defensive rage, but it seems like Clay and friends is able to hold off the pressure. So Rizzo looking for an angle. Granada cancel the penalty zone. Rrq, they're still standing. First he finds a kill. Super Ken looking for the kill for Clay. Gets it. But the base now should be the target as mega kill will be confirmed, and Bigatron Alpha, they will find game 3.
They force another game out of Rrq, telling them that it's not good.